Hello and welcome to class. Today we are starting at the end of our mat, feet hip distance apart, with some big shoulder rolls, drawing those shoulders down and back, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Drawing those shoulders down and away from the ears now. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, take the head over to one side, stretching down the side of the neck. Taking a head roll, we're going to roll the head forward, tuck the chin towards the chest, and over to the other side. And coming back into the center, we'll do the same in the other direction. So exhale, take the head over for a neck stretch, and then start your roll, taking the chin towards the chest and over to the other side, and coming back to the center. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, just let the head drop forward. We're going to gently rock the head from side to side, shaking the head no and nodding the head yes, just releasing any tension that could be in the back of your neck. Good. We'll interlace our fingers now. We're taking a stretch with the arms overhead. So really growing tall out of the floor, pushing the palms up towards the ceiling, and then gently releasing the fingers and letting the arms come down, taking the hands behind the head to start your roll down. So one vertebrae at a time, we're going to roll down towards the mat, keeping nice and relaxed behind the knees, taking the eyes to look in between the legs and gently rocking the body from side to side. If you need to, really bend through the knees. So if you have tight hamstrings, bend through the knees to make this comfortable. Once again, just spend some time moving through the head, yes and no. Release any tension from the neck. And then gently grab onto those elbows and really allow your body to hang over the legs here and gently rock from side to side. Good, and let's bend through the knees a little more so we can take the hands towards the mat and start to walk forward nice and slowly. We'll bring those knees down right under the hips, untuck those toes and start some cat-cows. So we inhale and open through the chest. And we exhale and round the spine and look in between the legs. And just moving at your own pace through these two positions, warming up the spine, breathing in through the nose to open through the chest, and exhaling out through the mouth to really scoop up through the abs and round as much as you can. Good. Take your time as you transition from each position. And we're just going to finish off this last round, and then we're taking some circles here. So a similar movement with the spine, but you want to draw a circle now with your ribs leading from one direction to the other. So big circles as you inhale and open and exhale and round. And we're going to go back the other way now. So feel like you're leading through the chest and still finding that nice arch and contraction as you take those circles. Good, and finishing that one off there. We're going to tuck our toes under now for a pike stretch. So pushing through the hands, sending those hips up towards the ceiling. Really feel like you're pushing out of the floor so you get that nice stretch down the back of the body and pressing those heels towards your mat. When you're ready, you can start to pedal through the feet. So one at a time, bending one knee and then the other, still pushing out of the floor here. Good, keep breathing as you go. And coming up onto both toes now, Exhale, press the heels down together. Inhale and start to slowly come down to bring those knees under the hips with control. Good. We're going to sit back into a prayer stretch now. So feet together, knees out nice and wide. Reach those hands forward and take the forehead down towards the mat. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Start to walk those hands over to the left side of the mat now. Just getting an increased stretch down the right side of the body. And walking the hands over to the right side now, forehead down towards the mat. And slowly make your way back into the center. And walk those hands back in towards you to return to sitting. Well done. We're going to do our T-zone activation next, just sitting here. You can sit however is comfortable for you. Picture your T-zone, the top of the T from hip bone to hip bone, and the bottom of the T from the pubic bone up to meet that line. So as we inhale, we draw up along the vertical line, which represents our pelvic floor. We draw up and engage through the pelvic floor, like we're trying to hold on from going to the toilet. Then as we exhale, we imagine the hip bones sliding in towards the center, towards our belly button. Aiming to tighten and flatten across that horizontal line, which represents our deep abdominals. And as this gets stronger, we should feel that tightening just under the fingertips. When you're ready, start to make your way forward onto your hands and knees. As we exhale, we're going to tighten through the T-zone, squeeze our glutes, and extend our opposite arm and leg together. As we inhale, we're going to draw back in, and we're alternating sides. So focus on that T-zone connection. So as you inhale, pelvic floor, and as you exhale, deep abdominals drawing in towards the center, keeping nice and tight and flat as you extend opposite arm and leg together. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes as you extend the leg and really thinking about finding length from the fingertips to the toes. So as you reach, think about reaching out long and away from the body rather than straight up as high as you can. So find that length and that stretch as you balance. Good. We'll just do a couple more here. Keep thinking about keeping those hip bones square to the mat as well. And finish off your last one with control. We're going to make our way up into a plank position now, with the wrists under shoulders and feet hip distance apart. And as we inhale, we're going to pike the hips up to the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to come forward back into that plank position. Focus in on that T-zone activation once again. So making sure we're keeping nice and tight through our center, especially as we move forward into that plank position. We don't want to arch through the back. We really want to keep lifted through our abs and pushing out of the floor with the hands. Try and keep your legs nice and straight. Get that nice stretch back as you pike, and then really engage through the core as you come forward into your plank. Good. These movements are nice and slow and steady. We really control from each position. If you want to make this one a little bit more challenging now, you can add a crouch back. So as you inhale, bend the knees, send the hips back. As you exhale, pike up and then float forward into your plank. If this is too much, just continue your pike to plank with the legs straight. But adding that little crouch back gives an extra element of challenge as well as stretch as you pike and really push out of the hands from the crouch position. Focus on really sending those hips back as you bend the knees. Good, and control forward into that plank position. Well done. Finish off your last one with control, and then we'll gently pop those knees down. We're returning to the hands and knees for a hip flexor stretch. We'll take the right leg out to the side with the foot planted on the floor. As you inhale, bend the elbows and shift the hips back. And as you exhale, come forward to straight hands. So you bend those elbows back towards you, keep them tucked in, and shift the hips back and forth. And you should feel this into your right hip flexor, maybe even into the inner thigh as well if you're feeling rather tight. So move at your own pace with this one. Good. From here, we're going to keep the arms straight. So finish that last little shift back and forth. And then as you inhale, take the right arm up towards the ceiling and open up through the chest, eyes look up. As you exhale, thread the needle. The palm of the hand faces up as it slides under the left arm and the eyes look towards the hand. Bending through that left elbow to get closer to the floor and increase the stretch here. Deep breaths, and then slowly slide that hand back and inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. One more time. Exhale, thread the needle, look towards the hand as you slide under that left elbow. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then slowly return back to your hands. We're going to bring that right leg in and just swap sides, taking the left leg out to the side of the body. Start with your little shifts back and forth. So inhale and bend the elbows, pointing the elbows back towards your body, keeping them tucked in as you shift the hips back. And exhale to come forward to straight arms. Remember just to move at your own pace here. Just a couple more. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we'll just finish off one last one. Coming back to straight arms, we inhale, take the left arm now up towards the ceiling. Eyes look up. Exhale, thread the needle, palm of the hand slides under the right arm. Look towards the hand as you bend through that supporting elbow. Good, controlling that slide back through now. Inhale, one more time, eyes look up, open towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, sliding the arm under that left elbow, eyes looking towards the hand. Deep breaths. And then control as you come back towards the hands. Bring that leg in. Really good job. Coming forward again now, we're going to do one more pike to plank into a plank position for a hold. So inhale, pike. Exhale, control forward. Find your plank. If you need to, you can pop those knees down. We're just holding here nice and strong. Pushing out of the floor with the hands. T-zone nice and tight. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We are just here for a little longer, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly bringing those knees down. Nice work. Pop the feet together, knees nice and wide, and find your press stretch, reaching the arms long out in front and taking the forehead down towards the mat. Find your deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And enjoy this rest pose for a moment. And when you're ready, slowly start to walk the hands in. Make your way to sitting, bringing the legs out in front, coming towards the top of your mat. We're popping the feet together and letting the knees just gently fall out towards the floor. Sitting up nice and tall, take a deep breath in, holding around the feet with the hands. Good. Taking a deep breath in now. As you exhale, take a forward bend over the legs, folding forward as far as you can. Keep taking those deep breaths. And if you want to, you can extend the arms here, reaching out in front. Otherwise, just leave them holding the feet. Whatever feels better for you. And then we're going to slowly start to make our way back up to sitting. Walking those hands in. Well done. Bringing the feet hip distance apart. Sitting up nice and tall, knees bent. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slowly control all the way down to the mat, onto our backs. From here, we're going to interlace the fingers and reach the arms overhead. At the same time, extend those legs out long and flex the feet. So we're really just breathing into this stretch here, feeling that length from the fingertips all the way to the toes. So flex those feet and really push through the hands overhead, feeling that lengthening across the entire body. Taking deep breaths. Good. And then when you're ready, just relax the hands, relax the feet, bring the right knee in towards the chest. As you draw the knee in, exhale and scoop up into a curl, bringing the nose towards the knee, the shoulders off the mat and the eyes looking forward. Take a few deep breaths here. And then gently rest the head back down onto the mat. We're going to circle this right leg now. You can use one hand or two hands just to draw big circles with that top knee into the top hip, really feeling that stretch wherever feels good for you. So if you want to take movements from side to side or circle back in the other direction, move as it feels good for you. Good, and we'll bring that leg back down towards the mat now and swap sides. So take the left knee in towards the chest. As you exhale, scoop up into a curl, bringing the nose towards the knee. The shoulders up and the eyes looking forward. Take a few deep breaths here. Keep drawing that leg in towards you. And then gently rest the head back down on the mat. Start your circles, so circling the leg, either using two hands or one. And if you want to, moving from side to side, just finding what feels good for you. Go back in the other direction as well. Feeling that stretch and movement into the top hip. And then gently place that left foot back down. Bring the right foot in so the knees are bent and hip distance apart with the feet. Keep the arms relaxed by your side, and as you inhale, let one knee fall out to the side, and as you exhale, draw it back to the center. Just alternating sides. Focus back in on that T-zone connection, keeping the T-zone tight, the spine nice and still in neutral as you inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Only taking each leg as far down as you can without rocking the hips from side to side. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and down and back on the floor. Just finish off this one last one, controlling that leg down, back to the center, and then we're moving to lift foot. So as you exhale now, lift one foot up to tabletop, and as you inhale, control and lower it back down, alternating legs. Exhale, lift to tabletop, and inhale to lower back down onto the floor. Keeping that spine in neutral, that T-zone tight, and connecting that breath to the movement. So exhale as you lift, and inhale as you lower back down. Good, just finish off one more to each side here, keeping those arms nice and relaxed by your side. Finish your last one, and then you can either stick with this if that's enough for you, or bring both legs to tabletop and do the same thing in reverse. So exhale and tap one toe to the mat, and inhale, bring it back to tabletop. Good. Again, if you want to keep it gentle today, you can just keep going with the lift foot. If you are doing the tabletop version now, make sure you're drawing that belly button down and really trying to imprint the spine, making sure that we're not arching through our back as we tap the toe towards the mat. Use your breath to help you with this as well. So as you exhale, draw belly button down. Making it a little bit harder again now, we can reach those arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing in towards each other, and add an opposite arm extension overhead as we exhale and tap. If this is too much, just keep those arms by your side. Really focus on this coordination of the opposite arm and leg moving together as you exhale and inhaling back to the center. Draw that belly button down, keep that imprinted spine. Good, and we'll just finish off our last one to each side here. Draw it all back in, and then relax, drawing those knees in towards the chest. Just gentle rocks from side to side. When you're ready, bring those arms out to the side of the body, the palms facing up, and squeeze those legs together in tabletop. As you inhale, lower the legs to one side, and as you exhale, draw them back to the center. So focusing again on our imprinted spine, really making sure that we're not arching as we lower and lift the legs. We're keeping the arms as relaxed as we can and only lowering down as far as you can go whilst keeping both shoulders on the mat. Drawing those ribs down towards the hips every time you lower and lift. Deep breath in to lower the legs. Exhale breath to draw back to the center. Really good. Finish that last one with control and then draw those legs into the center. We're going to take the knees just to either side of the body here and just keep drawing them in towards your chest. Take a few breaths before you slowly bring the feet back down towards the mat, hip distance apart, heels in nice and close. We're going to do some pelvic curls. So as you exhale, squeeze through your glutes and slowly start to peel up off the mat one vertebrae at a time. At the top of the bridge, take a deep breath in and then exhale to slowly come down one vertebrae at a time. Keep those knees hip distance apart, the T-zone connected and tight at the front, but focusing in on the glutes, squeezing, pressing the heels into the mat, and being nice and slow and controlled with this movement as you peel up and down. Good, doing really well. Just a couple more like this. Keep focused on squeezing your glutes, really making sure that we are activating these muscles and holding that activation as we peel up and back down as well. Keep driving the heels into the floor. Feeling the work into both the glutes and the hamstrings, but everything else is nice and relaxed. On your next one up, I want you to find that bridge position and hold it there. Float those arms up towards the ceiling. And then as you inhale, reach all the way overhead. As you exhale, reach back towards the ceiling. Keep squeezing those glutes, hips are lifted, driving the feet into the floor. So inhale overhead, exhale, reach up towards the ceiling. T-zone tight, just a couple more here. Keep holding those hips up. Good, bringing those arms back up towards the ceiling. We're going to finish this little set with some little pulses of the glutes. So down and up, down an inch, up an inch, squeezing those glutes. Keep those knees hip distance apart. Good, and then slowly come down one vertebrae at a time to finish. Well done. Relax those arms by your side. Take the right foot over to rest above the left knee and just gently push that knee away for a glute stretch. Taking deep breaths. And then relaxing the hands both either side of the body. Just gently let the legs rock over to the left side, taking that right foot down towards the mat or the floor. You can use that left arm just to gently press the right knee away and feel that stretch into the hip. Take a deep breath in, relax both arms, and as you exhale, T-zone tight. Bring the legs back to the center. We'll swap sides. So take the left foot just above the right knee and gently push that knee away for a few breaths here, feeling the stretch into the glute. And when you're ready, you can relax that arm down and gently take the legs over to the right side of the body. Just let them slowly tip and take that left foot down towards the floor. From there, you can use that right arm if you want to, just to gently push that left knee away, feeling that stretch into the hip. And relaxing the arm back down. Take a deep breath in. T-zone tight, exhale to draw the legs back up to the center. Good, relax the foot down. Just taking both knees to either side now. Moving at your own pace from side to side, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep those arms nice and relaxed. Just let those hips fall from side to side. Finish your last one, then bring the feet together and slowly let the knees fall out. Turn the palms of the hands up towards the ceiling. Arms relaxed by your side. Close your eyes if you want to, and just take a few deep breaths here into this hip opening stretch. Just thinking positive thoughts into your body as you lay here. Thanking your body for doing 30 minutes of gentle Pilates today. When you're ready, you can start to make your way back to sitting, bringing those knees back together and coming back up to sitting. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed this class as much as I did.